They coming through? Okay, we got noise. Okay. Hello. Oh, just trying to make sure I have this all set up. Hello. There we go. Now we're working. We're just gonna give it a minute. Hello from Michigan. Hello. Been there several times. We'll see. We're gonna give it a minute because it's the numbers are jumping because everybody's like, oh crap, he is going on now. Wow, now Michigan number 2. You guys are super close. I'm managing multiple things at the moment. I'm trying to still organize all my stuff. Questions, Q&A. Okay, here's that one. Do grown up okay, no questions here. Okay, go to pay. We're going to be starting in just a minute. We're waiting for the numbers to go up. It will be going up quickly. Just give me 1 minute here. Questions. Okay, we're going 19 now. Hello from Indiana. Tennessee. We're all over the place. I love it. I'm just I was not 100% prepared when I started the stream because I only saw there was like 2 people. Red Wolf, thank you so much for the $2. That was very nice of you. We are going to have some fun this time around. I don't have anything to open. Nobody sent me nothing, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, so I got all those questions taken care of. Yes, okay. Let's see. So many people jumping on. We're at 20. Way to go, everybody. It's cold outside, is it? We had here in Iowa, we had 2/10 of an inch of ice this morning when I woke up. And it was really bad outside. So we stayed in just for a couple hours. And then I went and got salt and salted the driveway and salted my neighbor. They couldn't even get up their approach. They had to go someplace early in the morning. She came back and she went to go up her approach and she couldn't even get up her own driveway. So I had to win and I salted her driveway because I have oh, some of you know what they are. They're like cleats for your regular shoes. They strap to your shoes and you can walk on ice with them. And so I helped her get her out of her car and carry her baby back to the car for her. And I don't know what she was doing out that early in the morning in the ice, but whatever. And then I went over and salted my mother's driveway and got her taken care of. And, you know, just being a good citizen, taking care of people I, know and transpire with. Okay, we are at 21. I think we'll just get started. So Hello, everybody, and welcome to Awesome US Movies. We are ever expanding, and we do it. I don't know if you all are aware, you should be by now, that we have a second channel, Awesome Shows, and we're doing Cobra Kai, and we're just about to finish up the Breaking Bad series. It's getting more and more popular now that we're into season 5 and we're getting towards the end of the series. So if you haven't caught that, you have a chance to catch it over there. And then there is so much going on behind the scenes. I want to tell you guys everything that's going on, but I just can't do it. We are a slowly evolving channel. Our subscriber counts don't jump like other channels. We've never had a massive like some of the we have, as the reactors, our group, we actually have a Discord channel just for us, and we all talk to each other and talk about the copyright issues that we're having and how we're evolving as channels and stuff like that. And a lot of the channels have these big hits, like 70,000, 80,000, 100,000 views on one video. And we never get that on this channel. It's just not who we are, I don't think. Everything is 6,000, 8,000, somewhere in there. And then like we have a couple of movies, Spaceballs and Forrest Gump, are really high for counts. I think they're in the 50,000 range now, but they've been out for over a year. So yeah. One of the things that we are going to try is a brand new movie. I'll just talk about that right now because since I'm on it. So next week is The Last Boy Scout and Jingle All the Way. Those will be coming out next week. And then I am watching Game of Thrones over on Patreon, and eventually those will make it on to the other channel, Awesome Shows. And I'm getting to season 4 of Schitt's Creek very soon. The more I'm watching Schitt's Creek, the more I'm enjoying it. And then the next week is going to be an interesting week for us because it's the week of Christmas, and I'm trying something different. My wife talked me into this, and that is we are watching Red One that just came out in theaters literally 2 weeks ago. And so we're going to do Red One and Gremlins the week of Christmas. And Red One, the full reaction to Red One will become available to Patreon members, I think, on Monday. I've already watched it. It's very, very good. It is streaming over on Amazon. If anybody has Amazon Prime, you can actually stream this film now for free. And I really, really enjoyed it. But this is a brand new movie. And so we're going to try that for this channel. Usually our shows are in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. But I thought I'd try a brand new movie based on my wife's suggestion. So we will find out how that goes. But yeah, then that'll be... So the week of Christmas is Red One and Gremlins, and then Game of Thrones and Schitt's Creek. And then the week after that will be Love Actually and Ford versus Ferrari the week after Christmas. And that'll get us into January, but we're not going to talk about that. We're gonna save that. There's nothing really big happening in January. If you don't know, January is the absolute worst month in the entire year for the vast majority of YouTube. And the reason that is because all of the advertising companies spend all their money in November and December, and then they have no money left in January. So things don't really get promoted in January at all, and everyone has a horrible month of January. A lot of YouTube people just take January off because it's that bad. But we will be doing something special, this channel, in February. And I'm not announcing it quite yet, because there's still a couple of little things in the pan. But yeah, I think February is going to be a big month for this channel. We're going to try something we haven't done before, and I'm hoping it works out. So that's what we're going to do. I do have some Q&A stuff, but I see there's several coming on chat. So we're going to try and answer some of the ones on chat, and then we're going to get to the ones that were asked on Patreon and on YouTube. Let's see here. We've sold over 500 pizzas today at work. Oh, you poor thing. Movies based on my favorite books. Dope. We thought about that on the channel. Here's the problem with that. I already know the end result for the vast majority of any book that I've read. So like the big one that everybody has pushed me to watch is The Martian. I've read The Martian. I've read The Martian twice. And so I know everything about that book series, that book, and probably whatever is in that movie, because I've already read it twice and know everything about it. So it's not going to be much of a reaction. I already know what's going to happen in the movie. I'm sure they changed some things, but for the most part, you know, he gets stuck on Mars. He plants some potatoes. He uses poops to fertilize them. He goes around, travels around. He figures out how to communicate with them. He gets on a thing and he goes back to the mothership and they go home. So, I already know what happens in The Martian, and I'm afraid that would be my synopsis of most book-based movies, is I already know everything that's going to happen, and it wouldn't be a very good reaction because I'd be thinking about the book in my head. And, now I am watching Game of Thrones and I have read all of those books, but that was over a decade ago. I read the last one, and I remember very little of that because I've read so many books between then and now. But I appreciate your question, and I hope you got the answer that you found out why I don't really watch movies that I've read books on. What is your favorite Christmas cookies? I spent the day making cookies and candies with my family. Small town girl, my wife is an extraordinary cook, and she makes, I pretty much hate sugar cookies. However, she makes the most phenomenal sugar cookies I've ever had in my entire life. And I will eat her sugar cookies, but she also makes them with an Italian cream Italian cream, frosting, that is to die for. It's my sister literally wants that for Christmas from our family, is just a box of cookies from my wife. This is what she wants. So I'd say my wife's sugar cookies are probably my favorite Christmas cookies. Let's see. Show us some farming pics from your Ohio days. I never lived in Ohio. I've pretty much lived in Iowa for the vast majority of my life. But all of those would be me being very little. I left the farm when I was 10, I think, is when we got rid of the farm and everything. But I'll see if I can find some old pictures with me on the tractor and stuff like that. It was way before digital cameras and all that, so it's all old 35 millimeter stuff. You meant Iowa. Okay. Have you thought about The Walking Dead? I know about The Walking Dead. I haven't thought about it. I don't know if there's a lot of interest in that series. I guess I'll have to ask around. Hi from California. Hello, California. Abigail in California. There's two places in California that I very much enjoyed. I hated Los Angeles. It was my hell. I very much enjoyed San Diego because the Petco Park baseball is there, and they are such a dog-friendly city that you literally can walk into the restaurant with your dog and they can sit down and you can eat a meal with your dog sitting next to you. That would not happen here in Iowa. They get thrown out. dogs and, health services and all that. But they were such a dog friendly, and they were super chill, and they have an amazing zoo in San Diego. And then my other favorite city in California is San Francisco, and specifically across the bridge, the Muir Redwood Forest is just my heaven. Just absolutely just nature and these massive trees that have been there forever. And you are dwarfed as a person, and you start to understand that your life is such a small thing in this, world we call Earth. It was just great. But I went to Alcatraz, and it's one of the creepier places I've ever been in my entire life. I got the heebie-jeebies, which I don't get the heebie-jeebies, so it was for sure creepy in there. And their Fisherman's Wharf is great over there in San Francisco. And I love that you can stand at the end of one side of the city and actually see all the way down one street, all the way through the entire city. Your streets are so straight and just love it. Love it. What else? Fort Lauderdale, very nice down there. Your rain is weird. Just so you know, down there in Florida, you have weird rain. Do you ever watch and react to It's a Wonderful Life, the ultimate? I've actually seen It's a Wonderful Life before I ever started a reaction channel, so that's why I've never done a reaction to it. I've already seen it. Good to see you live. I want to ask you, can you react to the Proposal Sandra book? It's been requested when I did Just Friends. So it is on my list. And my wife put it up on her list as well. So it probably will get reacted to this next year. Let's see here. Ford versus Ferrari. Hey, James' favorite movie is Australia. The poster you put up today has Love Actually and Jingle. I know. Mark, it was I did it. It's broken. It's broken. It's not supposed to be Love. Love Actually is the week after. It's broken. I got to fix it. Movies and books are usually different most of the time. In my experience, the movies are much... Oh, Toto, that's sacrilege, man. No, books are always better than movies. Always. They're always better. I've watched... you're saying that the Lord of the Rings books are worse than the Lord of the Rings movies? No. You're saying the Harry Potter books are worse than the Harry Potter movies? No. Then you haven't read very many books. The Harry Potter books are far superior than the Harry Potter series, and the same with Lord of the Rings. The visuals are way different, I'll give you that, but the books are way better. They're, for people that are Harry Potter fans, or even Lord of the Rings fans, really, there is so many subplots in those series that you have no clue about if you've never read the books. There's 30 subplots in Harry Potter that never made it to films at all. And it's just amazing how many Harry Potter people I've met, the biggest Harry Potter fans in the world, and they've never read the books. I was disappointed. Let's see here. Let's see. Sorry to hear that. As a book nerd, I love watching the film adaptation and comparing them. That's an interesting thought. Dope. Let's see. Have you developed a liking for a genre of movies expected? Was Love Actually a private request? No. It was a Monday release, Mark. Jan, I developed a liking to, I really, really love comedies. I've always loved I'm just a big, boisterous person in general. So I have a big laugh. You all know that about me at this point. And so, I've always enjoyed a good comedy, but I, also enjoy the drama side of the world. I've always loved courtroom dramas, for books and, things like that. So what I watched this year, I watched Primal Fear this year, and that was fantastic. That was really good. What else did I watch? It was a courtroom drama this year. I don't know. For those of you who don't know, I have a actor slash movie database that's available. It's linked in my bio on YouTube, and you can go out there and see every single movie I've ever watched for the channel, a link to that movie's reaction, and then there's a separate tab for every single actor that I've seen more than once. That's you have to be seen more than one time. And there's a person, Eric, is one of my favorite people that helps me with the channel. He sends me a list almost every single week of updates to that database based on what I've watched. And so, yeah, he's doing a great job. Also, just so I think he's out there, my editor is out there. Our full-time editor is in the chat somewhere. I didn't see him. He's on here somewhere probably, but just a big shout out to him. He's doing a great job. And I really hope everyone appreciates his editing and everything. We actually have, the channel has grown so much. We have 3 editors. We have a primary editor for the Bane channel, Awesome US Movies, and then we have 2 editors for Awesome Shows, one for Breaking Bad and then one for Cobra Kai. Because it's just, I only have so many hours in a day, and I actually still have a full-time job that pays all the bills. And so all the money that I get from this channel, we have never taken money from that channel for our personal expenses. It's everything has gone back into the channel. I just reinvest everything that I get from Patreon and from YouTube and stuff like that. Private requests, all that just goes right back into the channel. I have purchased better computers for the, for the processing part of the channel. Those were expensive, but now we get processing done very, very quickly compared to when we started this channel. It used to take about 8 to 10 hours to process movies when we started this channel, and now we can process movies in about 2 hours. So we've come a long ways compared to where we were before. We've come a long, long ways, but so have computers. We've been doing this for about 3 years now. And so we've come a long ways. Let's see. We got more questions. So many questions. You don't like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, Toto? I haven't become a rom-com lover. I don't think we've watched a lot of rom-coms, have we? I think we've watched a few, like maybe 8 to 10 rom-coms, but we've watched a lot more comedy than rom-coms. Have you ever met anyone, I think that's supposed to be famous, or went to one of their speeches? I didn't meet him, but I got to hear Sean Austin talk about Lord of the Rings. Okay, that's interesting. I watch and absolutely love all your reactions, laughing and crying with you as the movie watch. Well, thank you, Fairy Dust. I appreciate that so much. One of the things that I wanted to have everybody do, because we had fun doing it one time, is we are going to have some fun. Let's see. Fun. You can barely see it. It's in the corner. It says fun. And we're going to do some Friends trivia. Can I get some thumbs up in the comments for that? If everybody's excited about that, or thumbs down if you're not excited. Let's see if anybody cares that we're going to play some Friends trivia. Some people really love Friends. I'm a big fan of Friends. I've watched the whole series a couple of times. It's kind of a nice little background show. If you're like just keeping busy, you can just throw any episode on, just have in the background as you're cleaning and stuff like that. Yay, there's some thumbs. Greetings, Earthlings. Hi, Darren. That was funny, Darren. Okay, so the way it works is we have a die. It's either yellow, blue, or red. And then we have cards. We have blue, red, and yellow cards with questions. I don't know what they signify. I don't know if some are harder than others. I don't know. But let's play this for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to wait and see if any of you know it, because I know friends. So we'll see if you guys know the answer, because if I don't, I'm going to be disappointed. Okay, here we go. We're going to roll a die. Okay. Blue. Name one of Phoebe's triplets. This is really easy for me. Okay, I'm going to give everybody 5 seconds. Name one of Phoebe's triplets. We got 2 of the names in chat already. Anybody know what the third one is? Nobody knows. It's Chandler, Frank Jr., and Leslie is the third one. I didn't know the third one. Did you? I didn't know the third one. Okay, let's try another one. Just put it in comments if you think you know it. Red. According to Phoebe, which of the guys has a jewelry box? Does anybody know this one? I'm not so sure. I think I have a good idea. But we'll see if anybody knows the answer to this one. Which one of the guys has a jewelry box? Okay, Dope says Joey. Renee says Ross, Joey, Chandler, just guessing Joey, Chandler. Let's see. It's Chandler. I wonder why he has a jewelry box. The only jewelry thing I can remember about the entire show is the bracelet buddies. You guys remember the bracelet buddies with Joey and Chandler? That was the only jewelry that I could think about with guys. Oh, and then Ross had like a earring thing at one point or something like that. Yellow. Ooh, look at that. You can see right through it. Can you see me? No. That's weird. Oh, forget that. That was too easy. In the very first episode, Rachel rushed into Central Perk wearing what? That's way too easy. Everybody knows that. Let's try again. Phoebe found what in a can of soda? I know this one. Phoebe found what in a can of soda? Oh, is anybody going to know? Jan says thumb. Fairy Dust says finger. Toto says finger. Renee says fingernail. Okay. The answer is finger. Oh, I was wrong. It's thumb. Way to go, Jan. It was a thumb, not a finger. Jan got it right. Good job, Jan. We'll do one more, and then we'll do something else, and we'll come back to it. Yellow again. What dinosaur did Ross impersonate in his class? This is a great question. I know it, but we'll see if anybody else knows it. I so wish this was like a game show and I could pull somebody up and make them try and do the impression of the dinosaur. Renee says Velociraptor. Bronchiosaurus, that would be a really big one. Let's see here. Can't spell it. We need a Jeopardy thing song. That would be good. It was Velociraptor. She was right. That's absolutely. He's like. It's a great episode. It's a great one. Okay. Let's see here. Can you see him? I hope so. Let's see here. I wish I could pull that up. We're gonna take fun down. We're gonna do books. I've been book crazy, but about a specific series. You guys are gonna be like, oh my god, that boy has a problem. I am on book 9 of an 11 book series that I just started last month. It's a problem, and they're big books too. Maybe I started in October. I might have started in October, but let's see. It is called He Who Fights with Monsters. It is an 11 book series. And I am on book 9 right now. And I'm a little disappointed that it's only 11 books because I'm almost done with it. But it's so good. It's a different kind of book series. You have to be a fan of like RPG role play. It's like WoW, MMORPG type, those type of games, because it is an MMOPG type games. They actually have powers and they talk about their powers and stuff like that. But it's a fantastic series. The really interesting thing about this series is it started on the internet as a blog. And the guy wrote and wrote and wrote, and people would subscribe to his blog. It's like almost like a Patreon kind of thing, but it was some type of blog. And he got so popular that the book selling people came to him and said, hey, can we turn these into books instead of just this blog? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so he released like 8 books in 2 months or something like that. It was crazy. And then he's been slowly releasing 9, 10, 11. Anyways, it's a really great series. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, I highly suggest it. It's very snarky. The main character is Australian and he's very hilarious. And so, yeah, it's great. And then the other thing I read is there's a series of books called the Bobiverse, Bobiverse, Bobiverse series. And a new book came out for that, book 5, Not Till We Are Lost. And so I read that one right away as soon as it came out. And that one is actually a kind of short book compared to what he usually releases. I got through that one super quick. So those are the 2 things that I've been reading. I'm almost done with He Who Fights with Monsters, and I have several books on my list to get to. So I'll get to those soon enough. Let's see here. Let's do some Q&A. Okay, I got. Oh, Fairy Dust, thank you so much. Let's see here. Swasti R, of all the movies that you've reacted to in the past year, which ones are your favorite and why? Do you remember? Do you have a top 3 or a top 5? In the last year, I would say in the last year, The Village was one of my very top favorite movies that I've seen all year long. It just blew me away. I enjoyed it so much. It was just so good. And I think people really have enjoyed my reaction to The Village. Because I've gotten so many sweet comments about how it's such an underrated film and how they loved so much that I just embraced it. It was really good. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan, correct. And then I really enjoyed Sleepless in Seattle. That was quite good. And then Just Friends was probably one of my favorite comedies of the year because I just laughed my ass off the entire time. The two brothers beating the crap out of each other reminded me of my family so much. It's ridiculous, especially my extended family, because we're very rambunctious and play not flag but tackle football out in the field during Christmas. We all get together for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we'll have football. We'll throw the football pigskin around and have football games during Thanksgiving and stuff like that, because there's a lot of us, a lot. There's like 100 people in my extended family, just on one side of my family, my mother's side. There's like 100 of us. It's ridiculous. But all the boys get out there and the kiddos are out there. We try to be careful with the kiddos, but the big boys get a little rambunctious and tackle, and people have been injured on Thanksgiving before, and people have definitely been injured on Christmas, because by then the ground is frozen solid. We don't really play football Christmas anymore. Grandma kind of came down on us pretty hard. Things have been broken, I'll put it that way. It's more kind of sometimes like rugby running into each other and not football. So I think we haven't really gone up there for Christmas since COVID, because of just, I don't know. We didn't like the concept of COVID and stuff like that, and we had a very close death in our family because of it. And so we were kind of standoffish of that holiday with so many people, but we are going and being part of that family for Christmas this year, and I think we'll be playing 500 instead of football. And if you don't know what 500 is, it's a game where a bunch of people stand in a huddle. They stand together, and there's one thrower, and they throw the football up in the air and yell like 100, and the person that catches that ball gets 100 points, and the first person to 500 gets to be the thrower, and everybody has to be the catchers. The problem is people are they really want the football, and tackling, throwing, shoving occurs to catch the football. So, anyways, I hope that answers your question. I go on tangents. I apologize. You should know that about me by now. Me and my tangents. Chad Fisher says, you mentioned you were an avid reader. Who's your favorite author? I have many favorite authors. I don't think I could narrow it down to just one. I've reread entire book series before, like the Bobaverse. I've read that entire series twice, except for the brand new book that just came out. And then there's a book series called the Dresden Files that I absolutely adored. And I think there's 10 or 11 of those books available. And he wanted to get to 21, but he got so busy with other books in his life that he hasn't finished the series, and people are really disappointed by it. And so I absolutely love that series, the Dresden Files. But I don't think it's ever going to get done. The last 3 books were supposed to be the Apocalypse. 20 through 23 were supposed to be the Apocalypse, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's like the Song of Ice and Fire series, for which you, as some of you don't know, the Song of Ice and Fire series is what Game of Thrones is based on, that book series. It's called The Song of Ice and Fire, the Name of Swords. Anyways, there's 4 or 5 of those books. He was supposed to write 7, I think. And he's such a slow writer that he admits they're probably never going to get written at this point, and it's very disappointing that he'll never finish the series. Let's see here. I got 2 more, but let's go back to the comments and see what everybody's saying here. Let's see here. What about When Harry Met Sally? When Harry Met Sally was good, but I think Sleepless was better. I can't remember if you've done the Family. No, I've not done the Family Stone. The Wedding Crashers was pretty good. I enjoyed the Wedding Crashers up to a certain point, and then it just got maniacal and kind of the whole falling into depression, and that whole part of the film really brought the film down. And it just didn't land the same for me compared to the first half of that movie. Okay, bye, Jan. Go eat supper. Yeah, there was a TV show. The author talked about that, but it did horribly. And he got the rights back to that book series. I hope you're doing well too, Mikezilla. I'll make sure Dragonheart is on my list. Thank you. No, I do audiobooks. I don't have time to read anymore. So I listen in my car and I work with numbers all day. And so I listen to audiobooks all day while I'm working. I don't have time to actually read books anymore. It's just, it takes me too long compared to the audiobooks. Yeah, we watched You Got Mail last year. I really enjoyed that as well. Let's see here. Can I add stuff like that? Hold on, let me go see. You've Got Mail. Let me see if I can add it in chat. Hold on. Oh. Come on. There you go. That's the link for You've Got Mail. That's what's nice about my little actor database is here. I'll give it to everybody. Actor/movie dbase. No, the Friends Trivia, Caleb will come back on. Okay, let's see. I got one more question here, and then actually, you know what, Caleb, we'll do some more friend stuff because that was fun. Let's do that. Okay. Blue. While in London, which member of the royal family did Joey meet? I don't know who this is because I don't know members of the royal family, their names. I can like see her face in my head, but I don't know what her name is. Toto says the Duchess. Well, I don't. Is that her name? I don't think she met Diana. Fergie? Sarah Ferguson? Is there a person named Fergie like from the what do you call it, girls? The what do you call it? The pop band. Wasn't one of those girls named Fergie? Let's see. Let's see who's right. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York. Very good, everyone. Good job. I didn't know her name. Let's try again. What's the Spice Girls? Is who I was thinking of. Spice Girls. Isn't there a Fergie in that group? Or am I not thinking that right? Or am I thinking Black Eyed Peas? I can't remember. Red. Black Eyed Peas. Okay, thank you. Which friend rushed the stage at a Wham concert? I don't know this one. I want to say Ross, but it might be Monica. Thank you, Renee. You think it's Monica? I think it's either Ross or Monica. It'd be hilarious if it was Joey. You think it's Monica? Okay, two for Monica. Which friend rushed the stage at a Wham concert? We have 2 for Monica's. You think it was Chandler? Okay, well, let's find out. It was Chandler. Way to go. It was red again. Which friend has freakishly small feet? I have no clue. Which friend has freakishly small feet? It might be Rachel. Does Rachel have freakishly small feet? Which friend has freakishly small feet? You think it's Chandler? For those that have just joined us, we're playing the Friends trivia game. Joey. I guess Joey? Okay, let's find out. It was Joey. It was Joey. I don't know what that's where that's referenced in the show. Good job, Renee. Okay, let's do a couple more. Blue. What's the name of Ross and Monica's childhood dog? I do not know this. I think if I heard it, I would know it. What is the name of Ross and Monica's childhood dog? Chansey or something like that? That doesn't sound right. Chauncey? I thought it was something short. Anybody know? This one's tough. Chi-Chi. Chi. Who does anybody remember a dog named Chi-Chi? I don't know. I don't remember Chi-Chi. I don't remember Chi-Chi at all. Okay, yellow. What did Chloe take from Ross's apartment after he slept with her? Who's Chloe? Chloe, Chloe. Who's Chloe? And what did she take from Ross's apartment? You say a watch? Anybody else know this one? Caleb Face says watch. Huh. It was his watch. Way to go. I don't know who Chloe is. I don't know who Chloe is. Wow. Okay, well, that was fun. I didn't know the Chloe one either. Okay, let's go back to Q&A. Where's Q&A? Q&A. I got one more Q&A. Let's see here. Growing up, were your parents big readers or someone else in your family who encouraged you to read? It was my father. My mother was a big magazine reader, believe it or not. She loved like Better Housekeeping or Better something, Better Homes and Garden, maybe. And then there was something else. She really loved those magazines. She got them every single week. We used to get Reader's Digest, which my dad loved that one. And then my mom would get like Better Homes and Garden and then some woman's one, I don't know. But my dad was a big time reader. He was a big Grisham fan. And he enjoyed Stephen King and stuff like that. And so since we like our TV only had 3 channels, we really never watched unless we were doing like Wheel of Fortune or something. Or Jeopardy. My father loved Jeopardy. He was very good at it. Anyways, we just read, and spent time together. But really, when you work a farm, like you really work a farm, there's a lot to do. And we had animals. We didn't just have a farm. We had a very, very large chicken roost. And we sold eggs and stuff like that. By the way, roosters are some of the worst animals in all of history. I'm telling you, they are complete and horrible things. They will peck your face off and laugh at you because of their doing it. They're horrible. I'll always hate roosters my entire life. Just what else? Anyway, again, 80s TV stations. I still raise the. Oh, okay. Thanks, Paul. That was his. Is there any more Q&A questions out there? We're coming up on an hour. And I have one more big announcement to do before we close out, probably just a little bit after the hour. Bye, Rita. Let's see here. Weep for the Wilds. Inquiring minds want to know. I didn't know Wham was in. Neither did I. I didn't know Wham was in Friends Toto. Okay. So, I don't know how many. Maybe I suppose. I am slowly starting a 3rd channel. I know you guys are going to think I'm all insane, but this is only going to be like a casually once a week kind of release on like a Saturday afternoon or something like that. And this isn't much editing or anything like that. It's just a fun channel for me to express some of my love for music, believe it or not. I have been a big fan of music for my entire life, even when I was very little. And so I am starting a channel where I get to watch some of the music videos that I've never seen before of some of my favorite bands and some of their music. And I've never really seen a lot of these people live at all. I've just seen their faces on like CDs and tape cassettes and stuff like that. And so this will be an opportunity for me to watch one of their performances live and, give my thoughts on them as a band and their, history and stuff like that. And so I'll be releasing that hopefully once a week. And we're going to see how that goes. The first episode is going to be released to Patreon members. And then I will open it up to the entire world probably in probably the week of Christmas. I'll probably do it. And so we'll see how that goes. The very first one is going to be Ann Wilson of Heart, who I have a mild love affair with as a child. Her vocals are they just punched me in the chest when I heard Ann Wilson and her vocals with Heart. Anyways, she apparently, her and Heart covered Stairway to Heaven for Led Zeppelin, another amazing band. And so I did a reaction to Heart covering Stairway to Heaven. And so yeah, that's we're doing a third channel, and the channel, you can go out there and you can actually subscribe to the channel now if you want to. So when stuff comes out, you're going to be able to, let's see here. Yeah. So the channel is called Awesome Anthems. And there you go. It's in chat. There's nothing out there yet. There will be coming soon. And so I'm still in the process of hiring designers for like the background and all the stuff that you need to do for YouTube to really set up. Gimme. gimme, I need. The first episode will be released to Patreons very soon. So if you want a jump on that, go over there and join Patreon. There's so many reasons to join Patreon. They get so much. I just released 17 full reactions to movies that are not on YouTube, that are only on Patreon. A bunch of them will eventually get YouTube edits. Like, what did I release today? Just so I have a list for everybody to understand, like, what got released today, because it's just crazy. And everybody was like freaking out, like, holy crap, I love this movie, I love that movie. Where are these coming from? Let's see here. I released today on Patreon IQ from 1994. Maudie from 2016. By the way, if you have not seen a movie called Maudie, it's just Maud, by the way, but it's got an IE, it's just Maud. From 2016, it was such a sweet little movie. It's about this little tiny woman who lives in Canada and becomes an artist, and her art is world renowned, and she's this little tiny crippled woman in this tiny little house with no electricity, no working plumbing or anything up in Canada. And it's just such a sweet little movie. I really, really enjoyed that. A Bridge Too Far from 1977. The Royal Tannenbaums from 2001. Shadow of a Vampire from 2000. A Dog's Purpose, 2017. That one is for sure getting a YouTube release and probably will happen in January. We Were Soldiers in 2002. That one will be getting a YouTube release, and also, I don't think it's in January though. It's later on. Night at the Museum from 2006. That one will be getting a YouTube edit, and it'll be out there. Clash of the Titans 1981. Red Dragon from 2002. That one's getting a YouTube release for sure. Oh God from 1977. The Mexican from 2001. That one had Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts in it, which was very good. Ransom from 1996, which I really enjoyed. That's got Mel Gibson in it, and what's his name? Gary Sinise from Forrest Gump is in it. Gattaca from 1977. My Blue Heaven from 1990. That was hilarious with Steve Martin in it. Very, very funny. Tora from 1970, a really great, almost like documentary about the attack on Pearl Harbor. And The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, which is not a US-based movie at all. Very India-based movie. But it had Maggie Smith who is Miss McGonagall from Harry Potter, who recently passed. And someone sent me a private request for that because they love Maggie so much. And it was a very enjoyable. I really liked the experience of the Marigold Hotel. So yeah, and those are all released today over on Patreon. Only at the $5 level you get access to all of that, and there's 40 some other movies out there that are not on YouTube. Okay, that's everything that's going on. Oh my gosh, I know it's a lot. There's so much going on. You guys don't even know. There's even more going on behind the scenes. Don't forget, we have a website, awesomeusmovies.com. And you can follow me on Facebook. Twitter, I guess, is whatever, and Instagram. Facebook is really the best place because I put some more than others out there on Facebook. And it's all linked in my bio on YouTube. What else? Just thank you so much. We're getting so close. Where's my sub count? Hold on. Where's my subs? 24,245. We are so close to 25,000 subscribers. So close. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please in the comments tell me why. It's free. It helps the channel. Just let me know. We should, more than half of those of you that watch the channel are not subscribed. I understand, Fairy Dust. Thanks, Renee. I feel that our channel should have 50,000 subscribers. But you know, I'm kind of partial to me. Anyways, thank you so much to all of you for supporting the channel. I so appreciate all the support I get. I really, really do. And it helps others. My editor is so thankful for the work that we give him, and the extra money he has for his family. He's so thankful for it. And my other editors that I hire for the second channel, Awesome Shows, they are so thankful for the money they receive to help edit this content. And it's all because of your support. My family does not take money from this channel. We don't do it. It's not big enough. It doesn't make enough to justify taking money from it. We just take that money and we turn it around and give it back to the world. I have bought computer parts and monitors and filming equipment and lighting and audio and things like that. But I think you need that type of equipment to create great content for YouTube. Like this camera in front of me is like $700 for a camera. The equipment for recording and distributing this stuff is not cheap. These lights above me are expensive, and you know, computer equipment is expensive. But other than that, my family doesn't take any money out of the business pot. It stays with the business, and it just I give it back to the world. It came to this family, and I'm giving it back to others. So thank you for all the great support. I so appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Please be thankful for what you have. Just the fact that you have ability to watch YouTube and watch this show means you are better off than a good part of the world. There are many in this world that don't have cell phones, that barely have enough for food and clothing and housing and otherwise. So please, even if you don't have a lot, just be thankful for what you have, because there are so many more in dire straits, in just horrible conditions. Being part of war, just think of Ukraine and Russia and the entire cities that are demolished over nothing, just over power struggles. So yeah, Merry Christmas to all of you. God bless you all. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you. Have a happy new year, and we will see you this next year. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. I am going to go get some coffee and watch a show with my wife, probably. I don't know. We'll probably just watch Friends because I don't want to find out when, some of this stuff happened. I don't remember Chi-Chi at all. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye.